My name is Hannah Holtzman, and I'm here with an amazing guest that I'm super excited to share and to introduce her. But first, I would like to just kind of continue with what we've been doing and starting with a prayer, and then we'll get rolling and share a little bit more about who we have sitting with me right now. So, Father, thank you so much for this day, just this chance to spend time with Quay. God, to hear her heart and to see you to give voice to how you're working in her life. It's been really amazing to witness and experience the transformative work in her heart that you're doing, and I'm just honored to be along for the ride. So I just pray, Lord, that your words would be spoken, that it would be straight from your mouth, God, that we would just be a vehicle and that we just have fun. Lord, touch the listeners in any way that you see fit, and God, we just thank you for this time. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right, so Quay Miller was a women's basketball player at CU 3 years ago? Two. Mm-hmm. You're getting old.
I know.
And I had the privilege of working with her in the weight room first. I don't know if you remember that, but that's where it started. And it just went on to be an incredible player at CU, but also an incredible person. And so I was really excited to bring her on when I found out you were back from Belgium.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, Quay, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Quay, and do I look at the camera?
You can look at me.
Okay.
Just talk to me.
Okay. So, but you know me. I'm Quay, and yes,
You can look at the camera.
Oh, I did go to CU for 3 years.
That's right, because you transferred from
UW, University of Washington.
Which is where you're from?
I am from Seattle. Well, okay, so I was born in Pullman.
Okay.
And then
were you really?
Yeah. And then when I was 2 months old, I moved to California.
Okay.
And then I stayed in California until I was in the 7th grade. And then when I was in the middle of my 7th grade year, my mom moved us back to Washington.
I don't think I knew any of this.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
you were born in Pullman?
Yeah.
Do you
I was
remember?
only out there for 2 months. So.
Okay. I mean, I'm not trying to hate on Pullman or anybody who's
just
from Pullman, but when we went there to play Washington State, it literally rained and it was gray from the time we landed for like the whole weekend.
When we went there?
Yes.
No, yeah, that's how it is.
I didn't see the sun.
I don't, but like most people that start off with, like, I don't mean this by people who are from there, but it's like, I already know Pullman is not it. But because when I go, like, my dad and my mom went to Wazoo.
Okay. But if you go to Wazoo, they love it. Like, everyone there,
that's
like,
because that's all that's there. It's just
yes.
Wazoo and then the people that go to Wazoo. Right? I mean, Idaho's down the street. I think like an hour, maybe. Yeah, Idaho's close to Pullman. So, anywho... Moved back out here in the 7th grade, and that's when my mom made me play basketball.
Okay. Wait, you moved to Colorado in the 7th grade?
No, I moved back to Washington.
Oh, okay, Washington.
Yeah, in the 7th grade, and then after that, my mom put me in basketball. And
she made you play? You didn't want to play?
No, like she asked me, and I was like, I don't want to do it. And then she was like, well, you really don't have a choice. And so she still made me play. And
why didn't you want to play?
Because I think I had been around it so much with my dad, just in terms of him being a coach.
I didn't know this either.
Yeah, he coached in LA.
Okay.
Because he lives in the Valley, and my mom we lived in Lancaster, which is like an hour, maybe 45 minutes away from each other. And
Lancaster in California.
the Valley. Yeah, Lancaster, California.
There's a Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Right?
That's Amish country.
Period. So then, after that, what part was I on? What part was I at?
You started playing basketball. Your dad coached. You didn't want to play basketball.
Yeah, that's why. I didn't want to play because he was in the gym all the time, and I was just like, I'm tired of being in. Like, I just didn't want to play. Like, I didn't like basketball at all. And so I was like, I don't want to play, but she insisted. So I was like, okay, I don't have a choice. And I was like really big. So I was like, fine. So I started playing, and she made me play in all these like guest tournaments. So I ended up playing on the circuit, the EYBL circuit.
Okay.
And I got pretty good fast. Just like, I was bigger than everybody. But then I had like added like a drop step in my bag, a little I could roll fast. Like
yes.
I added some stuff to my bag.
Agility.
So then I was big and good. So then I got recruited by a whole bunch of schools. Like looking back on it now, I used to put my offers on my wall or like letters of interest. And I remember, because I have a picture of it, I saw like the South Carolina letter. I saw
was Dawn
NC
there at the point?
State.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Go Pack.
Yeah.
That's
NC. But
jam.
these were Louisville, and I'm thinking like, No, I don't want to go there because like that probably is gonna be too hard. Like I can't do all that. It's cute and all, but
Really?
like I didn't understand who was really recruiting me at the time.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm just gonna stay home. I didn't take any visits. I went on one visit and it was to UW, 30 minutes up the street from my house, and I signed there. And I wanted.
So let me ask you real quick though. Did your mom? So your mom wanted you to play basketball, and then when it came to recruiting, were your parents involved at all, or were they just really?
No, my mom was heavily involved because I lived with her, and like I feel like with my dad, I would tell him who was interested in me, but my dad has so much going on, mind you. Like he lives in a whole different state, and he has a wife. I think he was like, my little brother was born around this time where like stuff really started to get active, like in my life.
Yeah.
And then
but they didn't put pressure on you.
No pressure
cool.
from no one.
Especially with your dad being coach, for him to be as like hands off and in the best way of like, hey, do it, go where you want to go.
Well, we tried to have him coach me, but I remember one time I had missed a layup. Like literally, I missed a layup, and he had looked at me like so disappointed, and it just hurt my feelings because I was like, dang, like I can't miss layups. But then I was like, no, like, because I'm going to miss layups, and you can't be here to get mad at me. Like,
that was the hardest part about playing for Coach Yao.
Yeah.
She didn't scream. Like, she didn't yell or, like, she disciplined. She did, but it wasn't like she didn't cuss you out or anything. Yeah. She would just,
That's how Coach Jay is.
It was devastating. Yeah. Like, I'd almost be, like, yelling me because I feel so bad to let you down.
It's like, I'd rather, like, make you mad than make you disappointed. Because it's like, I don't want you to be, I got you. Yeah. But, so.
So that didn't work?
No, that didn't work. And then one time, like, this is when I knew, like, I don't know, like, me and my dad in basketball, like, I just need to tell him the good things. Because one time I think that's when you and I actually got close. Remember the tournament where I had like a donut game in the tournament?
A donut game?
Like I didn't score. I didn't have rebound. I think I had like 1 point the whole tournament.
First round?
No, the whole tournament.
That was the ACC tournament.
No.
That's the Pac-12.
Yeah.
Pac-12. And ACC was I'm still in Pac-12.
Funny.
Yeah, sorry.
No, but I had 1 point that whole tournament. I think in like 3 games. And I remember I was coming out the hotel because we had lost, and I was with him, and we were getting out the car. And he was like, come on, get out. There's no paparazzi here to see you. You didn't do shit your whole tournament. And I was like...
Thanks, Dad.
I was so sick. And, like, that's, like, a core memory for me because I was just like, no one can, like, make me feel bad for basketball except for my dad. Yeah. Like, my mom can yell at me and I'll tell her, like, Mom, go home. Like, I'll get grounded for the way that I talk to my mom for basketball. With my dad, like, it was just something different. And
what do you think that was?
I think because I didn't live with him. I wanted him to just always be, it was easier for him to always be proud of me because I'm not with him. So like, he's not really disciplining me. Yeah. Like he doesn't see the parts of me that's like I've never been my dad's never put his hands on me. I think he's may have flicked me one time because I told him I didn't want to share my ice cream with him. And he was like, that's selfish. And he flicked me. And I was like, oh my gosh.
That would do it for my dad.
Yeah. And I was sad because I was like, damn, Dad, like, I'm not selfish. I love you. But so, like, I've always just wanted him to, like, just be happy. And I knew I made him proud. And I just wanted him to see me in that light. Like, just be always proud of me because, like, I don't know. It's weird.
I'm curious. Have you ever noticed that impacting or like having a direct correlation with your relationship with God? No?
I mean,
or have you ever thought of it?
It's hard because when I think about God as my father, I'm just like, I don't know, because I don't think about it like that.
Okay. I was just curious.
Yeah. I feel like it more so has an impact on my mom because, like I said, I was like, I lived with my mom.
Yeah.
And so, like, for example, when I had got signed to a training contract for the Storm, they gave us jerseys where they let us, because we played in, I think, 4 games preseason. Yeah. And so I had a jersey and I took media day, whatever. And when they waived me, they gave me the jerseys and I gave one to my dad and the other one is lost, is what we're going to say. And,
I won't ask.
Yeah, don't touch on that. And so, my mom, to this day, feels some type of way about it because, for me, it's like, Dad, look, I made it, kind of. Yeah. But when my mom was like, we did that together, and so it affects us a little bit, but we're learning each other and things.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. So I think that I was telling you about how I got into basketball. So yeah, got on the circuit, committed to UW after I visited there, and I just
I'm good at rabbit trailing you.
Okay, good. Thank you, because I tell a lot of stories
I
in
love
one. And so I got there, and we were just trash. And for my freshman and sophomore year, I was okay with that because I'm like, college is fun. Like, basketball is weak, but like at least we D1.
Were you and you weren't super competitive in terms of like basketball was just something you did for fun in high school when you were seeing the like letters.
I just I know I was just like, oh, I'm good, and then I was like, period, I'm like that. And I had one state, so like I feel like I was a little bit arrogant because I had so much attention from high school all the way to college. Especially like when I had signed, like, because I'm from out there.
That's where you feel it.
Yeah. And so I signed to my hometown college, and so like I had a lot of noise behind me, and so but once I realized like, okay, like I'm not about to be a loser my whole career, that's when I went to CU.
So you decided to change. What made you choose CU?
They were literally the only team in the Pac-12 that beat Stanford, I think, like, that year. No, I was like, oh, they compete because it was, like, unheard of to beat Stanford. And I think that's when, like, the whole Twins, I think they had, what's her name, Kiana Williams, like, they were stacked. And I was like, okay, this is when they had Kiki not even starting. They had Cameron Brink, Kiki. Oh, Kiki wasn't even thought of. They had Fran Belibi.
I remember.
Yes, and Fran stopped playing basketball.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she does not play. So they were stacked, and so it was just like unheard of. But I think during COVID, or maybe like when COVID got real, they had beat them. Like they had no fans, and I was like, that's tough. And then I was like, when I kept watching them, I'm like, oh, they're not only beating Stanford, they're competing with them. Like they're like trying to beat them, and Stanford know like Colorado's gonna be a hard game every time. With UW, we would literally go out there and be like, how much you think we're gonna lose by tonight? And we make we would like really? And be like serious, like it was a joke at UW, but like.
So what do you think was a shift? Like, what gave you the confidence to say, I think I'm ready to compete?
I just felt like it was the same decision as me as far as cutting my hair. It was just like, I'm ready for something different.
What, you cut your hair in high school too?
I cut my hair in COVID, and that's when I transferred to Colorado. Okay. No, I was bald at UW. Yeah.
So you were just like, it's time to reinvent me?
I was just like, I'm ready to go, because y'all are okay with losing, and like, it was cute and fun, but now I'm about to be a junior, and I'm an upperclassman now, so like, losing as
that was a spark. Like, it was like changing and realizing like, oh, I kind of get it. Get a little
like
more
the
serious
next like transition of life. Like, okay, I'm an upperclassman. I'm not a lower classman in college. I'm a senior.
I gotta figure out my life.
Yeah, so I had to leave.
So you came to CU. Mm-hmm. Where was your relationship with God in all of this?
I would pray, but like before I ate, before I go to sleep sometimes. It was inconsistent. And like
I always try to pray when I stopped praying before I fall asleep. I don't know. This might be like heretical. I don't know. But like I would fall asleep every time. So now I'm just like, God, I will spend time with you in the Word and then go to bed because it's not happening.
I've had moments like that where I would fall asleep in the middle of praying, and I wake up in the middle of the night, finish my prayer, and back to sleep. I'm like,
you remember?
Yeah, no, I'd be like, I know I didn't finish my prayer. I'm sorry. Now lay me down to sleep. Go to bed.
Yep. No.
And then, so I wasn't as invested, I would say. Like, I was aware, and I, like, knew, like, I shouldn't be doing this because it's not right. I shouldn't be doing this but it was more so, like, well, if people around me do it, I was scared to die for a while.
Really?
Yeah, so I think me being scared to die, like, I was just, like, more so thinking about that than, like, my relationship with God.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to, like, live.
That's kind of my, like, the origin story of my relationship with God, too.
But I don't think it, like, originated. I was just, like, I just remember always, like, being, like, a little bit, like, thinking about it. Yeah. And when I would close my eyes, I would only see black. And I'm like, is that what I'm going to see when I die?
Interesting.
And so that's off topic. But, like.
No, it's funny because, well, I went to a Christian school growing up. And they like, in the school that I went to, mind you, this was, like, very, very traditional. Mm-hmm. We don't always see eye to eye now. Like, my theology has changed a little bit, but it was like, you need to be baptized or you're going to hell. And so it literally, they scared the hell out of me. I was like, if I die now and I don't believe in God, then, like, I'm going to hell. Like it terrified me. And then I was like, but if I die now and I do, then like I'm going to heaven.
Mm-hmm.
But like I'd rather hedge my bets and be safe and like
exactly.
believe in God. And then because the alternative is like, okay, I give up a few parties and I call myself a Christian. Like no harm, no foul at the end of the day if I'm, you know, if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm right, the consequences, you know, I don't know if that makes sense, but
no.
I literally was like that terrified me into believing in God. It wasn't a great place to start. Not many people start that way, but you're not the only one.
Yeah, it was scary, but I feel like I didn't really get. Well, I was like still inconsistent. Like, you know, the tournament really sparked it for me.
Yeah. Before that, though.
So I mean, but I was like dibbling and dabbling with it. Like,
okay.
I was like, no, I want to do this weekend, no. But like, and I felt like too shameful to like beat both.
Okay.
So I was like, yeah, I don't know. But then I have like some really I have some moments where I'm like, oh no, I can do this. I'm gonna do this. But then I'm like, no, that life is too hard. Like I can't be perfect. Like,
wait, I don't know if you remember the first conversation that we actually like legitimately had, where it was like you and I sit down like heart to heart. I'd been working in the weight room up until that point, and I was trying to teach you how to snatch, like do and you'd be laughing at me and give me all sorts. I know you were heckling.
I still don't know how to snatch.
Nope, no, you don't. It's okay.
I don't.
But we were laughing about that, and so then you called me one day, and you were like, "Hey, I need to meet with you." I don't know if you remember this, and you were like, "Let's meet at the academic center," and I thought, "Oh, she got a bad grade." Or she's like, I thought you were in trouble for school, so I came up rolling in thinking like, okay, I'm gonna bring, I don't know like what she's studying, but maybe I can help in some capacity. And then you sat down and you were like, I prayed. And I said, what? Do you remember that?
No.
You don't remember that at all?
I mean, like, I'm like, you like tapping me in a little bit, but keep telling the story.
Yeah, you were like, I prayed.
Why did I pray?
You need help with a grade. It was a grade.
I think I do remember this.
And God answered your prayers. And that was, you were like, something changed.
I think I do remember that.
Something changed, and you were like, I want a relationship with God.
I've just had so many moments like that since then. So it's like, I think that little thing probably like was pushed back, because I have moments like that where it's like, you say to pray to you when I'm feeling this way, and like it's really taking me a lot to pray, but I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And then I'll do it, and instantly it'll change. And I have so many moments like that to where it's like, that's why it's hard for me to like understand people who like try to like I told you the other day, anybody that's like, I did this, and it's like, I don't see how you don't recognize that you didn't do anything literally, but like is who did it through you. And so I don't know, for me, I've had so many I think that's why I can't remember that. I think that's
a really good point that you bring up, that like I think sometimes we feel like, okay, you say the prayer, you're good to go, you're like yeah, okay, I'm a Christian, I believe. But like I think throughout the course of the life, like following Jesus, you have these come to Jesus moments, like where your life changes, or he brings you deeper, or you get to this point where you're like, oh, I didn't see it that way before, help. Or I need X, Y, and Z, and then he answers a prayer in a way that you're just like, whoa, I didn't know that God could do that, or I didn't know that I could have that relationship with God, or that he could do something like that through me. That's cool. So okay, you were telling me you got to the donut game. The donut tournament. Yeah,
no, that whole tournament was just bad. And then I think even though we did bad, we still had a chance to go to NCAA tournament. And so I remember like before that, after the tournament, we got back to Colorado, and one of the, I'm not going to say his name, but one of the reporters were like, how do you think you're going to perform in the NCAA tournament after like not doing anything in the NCAA in the Pac-12 tournament? And I literally like laughed, and I gave him this very like fake answer. I was like, I just believe in God, and like I understand that he'll like get me through, and I just prayed. All my answers were just focused on God. And I remember thinking like how like after the fact, I was like, that was so performative, and I think like they knew it. But it was like, I didn't have no other answer. Like, why are you asking me that anyway? Like, that's better than me saying what I want to say.
Yeah.
Like, that's the best answer for me to give you right now, even though I don't believe in nothing I'm saying, and nothing, I don't even think it was true at the time. It was just like the only thing that I was trying to put out there. Like, I want y'all to know that in this moment where I look like I'm down bad, I'm just leaning on my faith. And I wasn't. Yeah. I wasn't at all. Like, really? I was really upset. And like, just like, because for me, I need instant change. So it's like, God, I'm gonna pray to you, and are you gonna flip my situation right there? Like,
Yeah.
I was not patient at all,
Yeah.
and I learned to have patience when I was overseas, but we're talking that was my junior year, senior year, so we're talking like years
Yeah.
at like. I
That's
knew, you know what I
junior
mean?
year.
Like, that's my junior year, so I don't
Yeah.
know patience. I'm getting new into my faith, so I was angry, and I just couldn't understand, like, how can I, like, why am I not scoring? Like, I
Yeah.
just had no understanding, and I just remember I was just like, I don't know what to do, and I would try to pray, but I felt like I didn't feel in it, so I was like,
Yeah.
I don't think that's why it's not gonna work, because I'm not in it. And like, I'm
Yep.
praying because I know that's what I should do, but I'm
Yeah.
not believing in God right now, because He's not coming through for me.
Yeah.
And so I really felt some type of way, because I was like, you tell me to pray, and I'm praying, and then I'm here, because this is when I started talking to you and trying to like be in my devotional, but when I look back at it, I don't think it was performative, but in the moment, it did feel performative.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, yeah, I'm doing it, but like I like think about something else or not be fully invested.
Yeah.
Compared to now, when like I don't feel like I have to do it. I just feel like I'm missing something when I don't.
Mm-hmm.
And then it went from like, okay, I have to do it in the morning. If I don't do it in the morning, then it doesn't count.
Yep.
But then now I'm like, I'm gonna do it when I feel I have my time is devoted to Him, and not trying to get it in real quick before I have anything else to do. And so,
Quay, I think that's really beautiful, and what you're describing actually is like that's obedience, like that's faithful obedience, and like you spoke what you knew to be true, even though you didn't feel it, but you knew it, and God spoke that through you as almost like not a prophetic word, but just like, this is who He is and this is how He's going to come through in my life. And you didn't feel it at the time, but you knew it to be true. Or maybe you didn't, but He put it on your heart to speak it, and out came the words.
Yeah.
Whether you were trying to or not, it happened.
Yeah.
But then in that, even when you didn't feel it, you continued to take those steps in obedience because you knew it was the right thing to do, and you knew that it would honor Him. Over time, that became something that you started to see Him work through. And it's that, like, it's not like we believe Jesus and then all of a sudden like everything fixes, or like it takes some, like, you don't learn how to ride a bike by just hopping on a bike and riding. You have training wheels, you fall a lot, like it takes some like ungracefully, wobbly steps to get moving, but then you did, and then it starts to become something where like He takes root in your soul and He becomes real to you. It's no longer just a thing you're doing, but like that time with Him, it was performative at first. But then you start realizing like you were developing a relationship and you didn't even know it. Yeah. And now you need that time with Him. Not just that time, but like you want to have time where you're really connected and locked in with Him. Because it's a relationship with a person, not I'm doing this so that I can gain this.
Something. Yeah. Like it's not transactional. But the thing is, like, even with it not being transactional, I feel something when I don't do it or make that time. Like some days I'll get to the end of my day and I remember I had got back from overseas. It was this year. It was when I had first got back in. The day I got back, I think I had left at like 8 a.m. or something from Belgium. And so I had to be at the airport early. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to do it. And I'm not going to do it on a plane. Like I'm asleep. And so
you can sleep on a plane? I'm jealous.
No, I was asleep. And then when I had got back, it was like 1 a.m. or like 11. And I was like, I need to do it before the day ends. And then the next day I was like, dang, I feel bad because like I rushed through it. 2, I don't really think I got the message. And 3, it's like I just think I was more so like upset with the fact that I rushed my time with Him. And I was like, you've never treated me like that. So like I don't want to disrespect you in the way. Like I really think about God as if I would think about like a person I'm with. And so
because He is one.
Yeah, like a being, like a physical being. And so I talk as if like about Him like that. And so I was like, I felt bad and just felt wrong. And I was like, okay, I can never do that again. So even if it comes to the end of the day and I know I didn't do my devotion, I'll just do 2 devotions tomorrow. Because then I can take my time and not have to be like, I need to do this because the day's about to end. Because that's what I'm really big on, like making sure I get Him in during the day. Because my day's not that busy for 45 minutes of worship or devotion. So that's why I try to prioritize it. But I'm starting to give myself grace with the fact that if I don't get it done, it's not because I didn't prioritize Him, because I talked to Him throughout the whole day. I start my morning with the morning prayer, which I just learned this summer, and I was like super happy I learned, because I was like, I need something.
The morning prayer?
Yeah, is You put me on the spot, but I know it's
So,
Our Father in heaven, may your name be kept holy, may your kingdom come soon, may your will be done here on earth as it is in heaven. Today give us the food we need and forgive us for our sins as we forgive those who have sinned against us. Do not let us yield to temptation, but rescue us from the evil one.
That's the morning prayer?
Yeah, that's what it says in the Bible.
That's the Lord's Prayer.
It said,
you just repeated the Lord's Prayer.
It says, say this prayer in the morning. I remember reading that in the Bible, and I was like, period. Just something quick that I can make sure I let him know, like, thank you for waking me up. I'm gonna do my devotion, but if I don't, I love you, and I'm tapping. I'm acknowledging you first thing in the morning, and that's big for me. Like, I think if I don't do my morning prayer over like not doing my devotion, I'd be more upset with my morning prayer because life go by so fast and you miss the small blessings, just him waking you up. And so I'm like, let me let you know that I'm thankful because I know maybe somebody didn't or we don't know what you have going on.
Well, like, okay, you're the people you're closest with. How long can you go without like really missing them? Like it's kind of something where I think about like my family and my friends. Like I want to talk to them if it's been a day or 2 days and I they haven't been involved in my life.
That's
it's
how
like,
I am with my mom.
Hold up. Yeah. Like my mom and I talk on the daily.
Every day.
And it's been like that my whole life. But like she's just a part of me. Like she's a part of who I am. And so in the same way, like with your mom, if you didn't talk to her a day, 2 days, like at some point you're going to be like, okay, so we got to like have a conversation.
Yeah,
like,
after a day, like if I go a whole day without talking to my mama, I'll call her and be like, Mama, like, what happened
we good?
Today?
Yeah.
Like, are you okay? Are you okay? But
it's the same thing. I mean, you say like you talk to God like he's a person he is, and that's why and that's a beautiful thing because that's like when I read in the Bible, and I think this is such a misconception. I wish the world could hear your heart in this too, and like as many people listen to this, but like we think of Christianity as like a religion, and it's like, okay, well I have to do the right things, I have to be a good person, I see a lot of not good people in the Bible. Like God just takes people who will say, hey, I acknowledge that you are God. You are you're a father, and like I want a relationship with you. And Jesus is like, you can search the Bible for all the things to do. I'm standing right in front of you. I just want to be with you.
Right.
Like he created us to be with him.
Yeah.
And that's worship.
And I think that was another reason why I was like half-ass praying during my time where I was like, all right, I'm gonna pray, because I also knew there was like things that I was doing where I'm like, maybe like that's what's keeping me from like really him connecting with me, like because I'm doing it. But I felt convicted, and I felt like that's why I was like, okay, I'm gonna say this prayer. Like it was like weird because I was like, if I say it fast, if I say my prayer fast, then maybe like he'll
just brush over it.
Yeah,
just like keep
like
it
brush
moving.
over through it, and like I don't know. I felt like I was trying to like hide parts of myself when I would pray.
Yeah.
Like I would come to him like as this like, oh, like I really like believe in you, and like I believe in you.
As if he like didn't make your
like
heart.
Like in my mind, I'm like, okay, pray to him so you can have 20 and 10 tonight.
Yeah.
So I'll go to prayer like, I love you, like I really believe in you, like man, I need you tonight. Like show me you tonight, because I need 20 and 10.
Yeah.
Leave the prayer, go out there and have like 5 and 7. I'm like you don't listen, like you're not listening to me, and this is why we have problems, because you tell me to pray and I pray, you're not listening. So like is it because of what I'm doing? Like am I not praying right? And so it kind of like made me like fall back, and so like that's why I said I was inconsistent, because like I would
20
pray.
and 10 is points and rebounds, just so in case anybody didn't know what that was. That was basketball reference.
Yeah, and he just wasn't doing it for me, and I was just like, bruh, you're not rocking with me. But I had to figure out, like, I don't know. I had to go through, I think, being overseas. But to go back, like, so, boom, I pray him, whatever, like, halfway. Then we get to Duke. I go off. And that's when we had our moment, like, oh my gosh, like, okay.
Well, you remember the night before at the Cheesecake Factory.
No.
I was reflecting on this because so I wrote Full Court Faith, this book, right? I'm going back and putting into more of like a curriculum for teams. I want to work with teams to kind of bring them through character development. And I was writing about some of that story. And the night before we went to the Cheesecake Factory, and somehow, I don't remember why or how, but we got stuck in the back of the line, and then they had seated everybody, and there was no seats left, and so we got stuck at a booth, some random place on the other side of the restaurant, and we're just sitting there like, well, this is weird. So we're just going to eat and chill. And we started talking. And that's where some of those questions came up about doubt, about frustration, about overwhelm, about like, I don't know if I want this. I don't like, I'm done. I'm just going to go show up and do what I'm doing. And
I think I do remember having that type of attitude.
Yeah. And but I mean, that's so common. I think when you're in it, you're just tired. Like, especially towards the end of the season, it's a lot. And so trying to keep that presence, especially when you don't have a strong relationship with God, you don't have that foundation, it's like a roller coaster. So we had that conversation. That was kind of the precursor, I think, into Duke, where God has really like prepared your heart for that conversation. And I just sat down with you and I was like, hey, let's talk about this.
Yeah, that game was crazy. And I think for me, it was more so like, like when I think about the game, I think I just went out there and like was really just like playing. Like I wasn't playing. I think like that's like was, because there's no way I just had a donut tournament and I'm coming out and first 10 minutes like,
oh, it was insane.
Like, you know, going in and I'm just like, wait, what's going on? But it's like, okay, I can't think about this during the game right now. All I'm saying is thank you, Jesus. Just because I would literally score and be like, thank you, Jesus. Yeah. Like, I'm literally thanking God for my buckets because I just did not score. I scored 1 point in 3 games. Yeah. So I'm like, for me, I'm like thankful. Like,
you already outscored your tournament within the first like 5 minutes.
Yes. So I'm hyped. And then I remember we won and I just remember seeing you. And it, like, I don't know. It felt like you were like radiating. Oh. And I just felt like overwhelmed. Like I felt overwhelmed with emotion, just not even because we just won, but it was like what I like going from a donut game to Duke, to have to beat Duke. And I think we played Middle Tennessee first, and I had a good game. Yeah. And then, or I had an okay game, I think.
You played well, but
I just remember Duke. And then I was just like, oh wow, like okay.
What you just explained, I can relate in a sort of a sense, but I had that moment where you experienced God. Like you actually like real time, encountered Jesus, where you were like, there's something bigger than me going on inside of me, and I can't, there's no words for it. And it's like, I just felt like when I had that moment, I was like, God just like, did you see what I just did in you? Yeah. Like I can do anything through you. Nothing is impossible. And it just like changed my life. And it seemed like for you that was a turning point in your life as well.
I think
at
it was
from what I've seen,
because then I started seeing like certain scriptures would always come up, and I think one that like is really like just one that really stands out is like he does things for our good and his glory. And so every time I think about something I went through, I was like, oh, like he did it. And it's just like after that moment, I feel like I was always seeing that verse to help me understand like, okay, you might be feeling this way, but understand like it's all for a reason. And so after that tournament, I started really trying to lean on my faith, and I think I got better at it just in terms of like growing in a relationship instead of being like, how can I like make myself feel like I'm making God proud? And so,
well, that goes back to, that's religion. Like, and that's what I find so fascinating is like humans, we naturally want to be able to see, I'm good at this. Like, and so we put this context of religion around Christianity, around following Jesus, where it's like, we have to do this, you can't do that. And granted, God lays out what it looks like to live out his best in the Bible, but he mostly just wants your heart and let him work that through you. And like you said, convict your heart to do certain things or not do certain things. But like, relationships are messy. You can't always be like, I'm rocking that relationship. Like, it's a day-to-day thing. It's a daily dependence. It's organic, it grows. But that's like so cool of you to see and recognize that like it's no longer like, I'm doing this because I want to feel good that I'm doing this well. It's like, no, we're just in it.
And then I got to Belgium.
So for your story, like you graduated, great career at
CU. No, I went to the training camp. Didn't like it.
WNBA training camp.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I didn't like it because it was just off-putting. Like my first interaction with the head coach, mind you, was Seattle Storm. So
which is huge. You're back home. Crazy.
Exactly. So I get there.
Was that your dream? Did you want to go to the NBA? Okay. Because most people, that's like, I'm going to go pro.
No, I never had goals for myself. Like, I literally just let things happen.
Okay.
Like, and I purposely wouldn't set goals just to see, like, I don't want to let myself down.
That's
and
fair.
Still to this day, I don't really make goals for myself.
I'm
like,
not a huge goal setter either.
I just like to see what happens, and then I think not having goals kind of keeps me humble, because like I don't ever want to feel like, okay, I reached it, now I'm good enough, or now I'm better than you. And I don't think I would ever have that heart posture if I did set goals. But it's just like, I want to just achieve things that just I achieve just by living and just by being me.
And letting God lead you in that.
Yeah,
I think sometimes we can get so focused on our goals, and God's like, hey, I'm right here and you're
over here trying to do your own thing.
Yep.
Exactly. And so maybe that's just like literally the spirit living in me, and him being like, bro, you're good. Like, you're good. You're going to be good.
Scriptures are like, man makes his plans and God laughs at it.
Yeah,
like,
no, I have no plans. Like,
unless he puts a vision on your heart, or he's like, hey, this is what I want you to do. But sometimes I think we can get so caught up on what we think we want.
Yeah. But for me, it's like, okay, for me, it's like, I'll want something, boom, I'm going to go pursue it. And if it don't pursue back, then it's like, oh, okay, it must not be meant for me, because whatever I pursue gonna want me back, or whatever's meant for me gonna want me back, whatever that is, or it's gonna happen.
It's funny how that's still happening.
It's gonna be brought to me, and so yeah, he's tripping. That's his loss.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
So Seattle.
Yeah.
Storm.
I walk up to the coach and I'm like, gosh, where are you from? And I was like, yeah, no. Like, how are you going to ask me where I'm from? Where are you from? You're in my city. Yeah. So that kind of, like, made me feel away. I did not like that. And then there would be times, and mind you, I'm coming from college where, like, I'm just known. Like, there would be times where, like, there would be, like, pregame, and, like, the rookies would try to, the freshmen would try to get a rep in pregame. And I'm like, bro, you know you're not playing, respectfully, so don't get reps. Like, and I'm serious, though. Like, don't get reps if you know you're not gonna play. Like, we gotta go.
Yeah.
And now roles are reversed, and I'm just trying to get on for summer workouts. It's summer workouts. I'm just trying to get a rep. Yeah. I walk on the court. She's like, and one of the girls was like, Quay, I got you. And I'm like, I haven't. We've been here for an hour and a half. This is my first rep. Besides the group activities we were doing, and I was like, strike two. We're in film, and she's like, okay, guards, calls out the guard's name. Y'all do this. Forwards, calls out the forward's name, do this. Then groups me with, or says, okay, bigs, calls out the bigs' names to do whatever. She goes, did I miss anybody? And one of the girls goes, you didn't say nothing to Quay. And it was embarrassing, because it's like, first of all, she didn't need to if she didn't. Yeah. So why are you saying? But then it was like, dang, you didn't. And I was like, yeah, that's 3. Like, I'm cool. Yeah. And so it was like leading up to my birthday weekend, mind you, to go back on like how my dad and my mom's relationship. I had my dad come out there and have that be with me that whole time, and that pissed my mom off. Oh, no. Because my mom was just like,
again, we did this.
Yeah, we did this. But for me, I'm like, Dad, look. Yeah. And so that happened. So my dad was out there, and it was like a couple days before my birthday, and they had waived me. But I was so, like, I was more excited to get waived than I was to get signed to a training camp. And that for me was like, oh, this is not what I want to do. Like, because if I'm going to play somewhere, like, I've always played. So for me to even be on the WNBA team and not play was like, I'm not that type of player yet. Like, I can't be on the team, successful or not successful. Like, I want to play. Like, I just want to play. Not
because you love the sport.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I think, because that's something people always ask me, like, do you love basketball? I just
honest answer.
I just feel like it's a hard question for me, because I love where it's brought me and the opportunities it's brought to me. And I feel like every time I'm like, no. Like, I'm so quick to be like, no, I don't. But as I've understood that, like, I don't play basketball for what it's brought me. Like, I play to meet people and spread the good news. Yeah. So it's like, I can't say I don't love it if it's helping me preach. Like you said, I'm about to go to Japan and maybe show people, like, who God is. And so I can't say that I don't love working for God. Yeah. And so that's something I just realized just now, actually. So I guess I love basketball. Yeah. Because I get to do God's work through it. And there's a lot of stuff that goes on in the basketball world. I'm like,
yes, it does. Yep.
And there's people out there that you touch, like, without even, like, you would have never met. And it's like people that you need to meet because like they need to hear the truth about God. And so, yeah, I guess, yeah, I love basketball. I love what God does for me through basketball. I can't say I love basketball itself because no, I don't. But I do love the work.
But I think that brings a good point for anybody who's listening who's a current college athlete, especially college or even professional. But like when you get to that point in the season where you're, because everyone hits that point where you're just like, I'm done. I'm tired. Like my body hurts. I don't want to play another game. Like postseason, what? Like there's sometimes where that even, but to be able to find, maybe you don't love basketball. Like there's some, Frida, I feel like Frida loved basketball. Like, she just loved to play, right? But like there's some people who don't love it. But if you're in it and you want to be in it, what about basketball? What is something that you can find that you do love? And I think for you, that's how you have like meaning and purpose. It was recognizing like maybe you're not motivated by anything particular. Maybe you're not driven by it, but you feel like you're a called athlete. You know that God has called you and is sending you places specifically that like, you know, at the end of the day, even if you're super tired or you're frustrated or you're not playing, you're right where he wants you. And like you have a purpose that's greater than the game.
Exactly.
And there's a love for basketball in that is different than just like, oh yeah, I like it. Oh yeah, it's fun. Like it might not always be fun, but life isn't always fun.
Right. I think that was my biggest thing last season. Okay, so we're out of college, did the training camp. Now we're overseas. And my first year, amazing. Like I didn't really think about if I was going to struggle because it's new. Like and so my first season, I did good, and I'm like in my devotions, but like it's still inconsistent. I'm still like in old patterns, doing old behaviors. But I don't know, like this past year when I went back, I did horrible. Okay, let me stop saying I did horrible. I didn't do my best.
Okay.
But I knew I wasn't doing my best because I didn't want to be there. And I was like super homesick, and it was weird because it's like I'm homesick my second year. Yeah. But everybody was just pissing me off. I was ready to go. Honest. And so, yes. And so I felt like for me, it's like, okay, I just won't perform for you then. But it hurt me just in terms of like being able to be like marketable for my next season, my next contract. Yeah. But it built me up in a way where it's like, dang, like I'm experiencing something I didn't experience my first year. Yeah. And I don't really know what to do. I'm trying to like find meaning in like relationships and people to distract me from where I'm really feeling. And
how'd that work out for you?
It was just crumbling. Like I've literally never felt so low, like just based off like trying to feel so seen by other people. Like it was just hurting me bad. And the more no one else could see me, the worse I felt. And I'm just like, dang, I'm trying to get away from this feeling and I can't. Like I want to reconcile things and I can't. Like no matter what I do, start a Bible plan with him, don't work. Talk to him, don't work. So it's just like I don't know what to do. And I'm big on making like relationships. Like okay, like if we don't like especially if like someone's in my life and they're telling me like you make me feel this way. I'm like, oh no, I don't want you to feel that way. Yeah. Unless it's like, but you like, I can remove somebody completely and it hurts, but I'd rather do that than like us really be like, talk about the root of it. Like, let's just go like this way. We don't need to really talk.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you're avoidant.
I'm avoidant, but it's like if the person is like, you hurt me, I'm like, okay, well, what did I do? But if it's something like, there's tension, it's just like, let's just go separate ways. We're good. We both know there's tension. Let's just not even create the static. So
were you feeling that with God?
I was feeling that in my relationships and like just like with people. And so I think when I got big in God, it was when I was like, okay, I'm gonna remove this person. But then like I feel like I grew in my faith, but I was still with people. And I didn't like that because I'm like, I feel like I need to be alone in order to fully get a good relationship with you. Yeah. And I knew that's what he wanted, but I meet people and like I get so interested in them so fast, like just like, oh, I want to know this about you, I want to know that. Okay, boom, now I like you.
Yep.
And so I got like caught up in that cycle of just doing that with people. Yeah. And I'm like, I feel like I can't do this and build a relationship with God. And that was scary for me because I've always just like been like, I just want to be with people. Like, I don't care for friends. I don't care for like romantic Like, I just don't want to be alone.
Yeah.
So, but then I lived with the 17-year-old, and I was like, oh no, baby, I need to be alone. And then it started affecting somebody that I was seeing, and I was like, I need to be away from you too, matter of fact. Yep. And it's like, I don't want to be around nobody but God. So y'all all got to go. And so that's when I started to understand, like, oh, I should be alone probably. Yeah. But I didn't. And then I turned 25. And then that's when, old. Yeah, when I don't know, for me, I really do feel like this. When I turned 25, it like something was like, click. And I was like, wait. I'm recognizing my patterns of old behaviors, of things that like keep me distant or like shame or like make me feel like I probably shouldn't come to God. Yeah. Like I started to surrender after I turned 25, like surrendering heavy. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what's going on? Like, why don't I feel the way that I used to feel before I turned 25? Or like, why do I feel like I understand that it's important to be alone? Like, these are things, it's unfamiliar, it's uncomfy, and I'm alone out here in Belgium, so I might as well figure out what I got going on. Yeah. But I don't know, I feel like as the summer progressed and I really got to spend time by myself, like coming to Boulder, coming back to Colorado, I think has been the most like beneficial, not even like what's something that was, it's like, it's been the most pivotal point in my summer, because I was out here alone, but I was surrounded by like family, just in terms of being back in where I've been built up. Like Colorado is more home than UW, and I'm from UW or like I'm from out there. And I was able to just like see myself like through connecting with players that I play with, new players, like meeting new people, just people I've never met. Yeah. Being around people who know me, who knew me and now know me. Like, it was just refreshing and something that I think really made me see God even more, because I didn't know that I needed my cup refilled. I was just like, I don't want to be in Belgium. Yeah. But then once I started coming around like people that just made me feel good, like these two, or like I would just see, like, I don't know, it just makes me so emotional, because I I love quickly. Mm-hmm. And so when I came back to Boulder and I just like was welcomed with so much of what I give out, it was like, oh, like, okay, God, like, not only you built my like faith and made me trust in you, but now you're rewarding me with like the trust that I put into you, because it was hard, like being in Belgium, but I didn't have nothing else to lean on but my faith, you know? So it's like, regardless of it being new, I had nobody else. So I had to pray and stuff. And so then I was like learning about like desperately praying and things like that. And I'm like, this is what that is. Like, I'm seeing it, I'm reading about it, and then I'm seeing him do it. Yeah. And that was overwhelming too, because I'm like, but I've done so much stuff in the past. Why are you like gifting me with this type of blessings, or like wisdom, or just like supporting me, or like during the summer, my agent was like, oh, we have an offer or Hungry's interested in you. And I was like, oh, period. And then like a couple of days later that he was like, they don't want you, but we're talking to Spain. And I was like, okay, period. Mm-hmm. Never followed up. And then he was like, okay, but now we might have something bigger for you in Japan, which is like offering me money that for my third year is like really good. And it's not about the money, but I was praying just to have prosperity, and then just like the abundancy that came after I prayed for prosperity on my career alone. Yeah. It was just like, okay, like I can't deny God's presence in my life, because and this whole time I'm like, I don't really have nothing to pray about. I've never went through nothing. My hardest thing is having to pass a conditioning test. And so like,
you ask them over there, that's a hard thing.
It is difficult, but it's like people go through so much, and I always struggle with comparing myself to other people. Like, I eat it every day. There's people that like don't have that luxury. Yeah. And so I'm like, you're complaining, you're sad because you're in Belgium, you're getting paid to play basketball away from your family, and you're sad. And I kept looking at it like that. Yeah. And so I felt like, okay, like, God, don't be mad at me. Like, I don't mean to feel sad, but like, it was just so many emotions that I went through. But just like being back around people that just understand me
Yeah.
And then people that resonate with the same feelings as me or past feelings that I've experienced is just like better than any treatment or like I don't know, it's just a good feeling. But then when you understand it's because like God is making all of this happen because I'm being obedient and like trying my best, that's what like makes me be like, oh, okay, like it's just you can't deny his presence.
Well, beyond even trying your best, I mean, your heart is just for him. Like there's a love there, you know, and a commitment and a willingness to like to go there with him and to continue to pursue and like actually follow him, and that spirit of God is living in and growing in you. That it's like my grandma thinks this is a Bible verse. It's not, but she always is like, well, you can never do anything to make God love you any more or any less because his love's perfect. It's not in the Bible. The concept is that's not a Bible verse, but like he loves you wholly, and so regardless of what you do or don't do, like he loves you in your heart form. He's like loves to bless his children. Like that's a good thing, and I think sometimes he does and we don't see it, but your heart and your eyes are open to that, and like the way that he's moving is amazing, and like it's an honor and a privilege and a joy to witness it, like really truly just to know you, but then also to be able to experience God through you. I mean, that's just like mind-boggling to me, and it's so special. I can't even begin. So I know, like, I think we're like probably really crushing the time thing. We probably need to like wrap this up. No, this is beautiful. But like, if there's one thing that you want to like anchor in, or one word that you would want to like leave this with, like encapsulates either your experience with God and what sport has meant in that, or like what you hope for or feel like God's leading you into in this, like when you leave for Japan, like what do you want to say?
To who?
To you. What would you say to you? Like you getting yourself ready to go and to leave on Thursday.
I would tell myself to just remember all of the promises that God kept to people he told in like stories in the past, because I think that's the thing that stands out to me, and that's how I believe so fully or firmly, because I'm like, he promised the word would be spread through nations. He's promised that long ago, and it's like still to this day is being spread. And for you to be like, you see how it's being spread, it's just like, like don't.
Here you go to Japan.
Yeah, and it's just, for me, it's just like, just remember the promises, because that calms me down. Like, I'm going to be okay, regardless of what happens.
And I just think it's amazing, too. I mean, and this is a side note, but, like, some people think that they have to be in full-time ministry to be, like, a witness or to, like, share the gospel or to be a missionary. Like, they have to do a specific church missionary trip. You're getting to go and play the sport that you love-ish in a place that's new and foreign and, like, totally uncharted territory for you, and that you're being sent in the world, and not necessarily on a ministry capacity, but you get to be a representation and example by the way you love, by the way that you play with joy and passion. Like, that speaks volumes, and sport is that vehicle, but you're very much like a missionary in that sense, you know. And that's so cool to me that, like, God knows you and is like, I'm going to do this, not just send you in just to send you, but I'm going to send you in a way that is like, I'm paying you, I'm supporting you, I'm going to have you thrive in something that you excel in, and you get to worship me in that way. And that's just like so beautiful. So I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
And I can't wait. And I'm so glad that you were willing to hop on here with me and share. Like, it's just you're like, you have such a beautiful soul, Quay.
Thank you.
And I'm really blessed by you. So thank you, dear. I'm actually going to close this on a prayer, because I want to send you off with a prayer. But God, I just want to thank you so much for Quay, and just, God, her heart. It's so beautiful. And I'm just so grateful to know her, and to just be able to be a witness of what you're doing in her life, and the way that you use her to be a light to others, and just to share honestly and authentically about, like, who you are. And there's no pretense with Quay. Like, what you see is what you get, and it's just the most beautiful thing. And I just pray that the world would see this, and if we could have more Quays in the world, I think the world would be a better place. And so I just pray, God, would you multiply her? Would you make her a discipleship making disciple? And God, would she just continue to feel your love beyond what she does or doesn't do, God, just because of who she is, and that you made her perfectly and uniquely her. God, we just love you and we thank you. And I just pray continued blessing, care, protection, support, and encouragement. Would you wrap Quay up and send her off to Japan to just to be a blessing, God? Would you bless her, be a blessing? And we just thank you. And I thank you for my friend. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.